friend.
I can't handle her toxic ass no more. I'm done. I'm going to...
No.
That bitch.
No.
She's dead to me.
I can't believe we're finally getting married today.
Have you heard if Tammy's coming?
I have no clue.
1,000 Pounds Sisters first aired in 2020, the show has been more than just about weight loss. At its heart, it's been a story of two sisters who, despite their struggles with weight and health, leaned on each other for support and strength. From the early days, audiences watched as Amy and Tammy shared their triumphs and tribulations, from Amy's struggles with fertility and the birth of her son, Gage, to Tammy's ongoing battle with her weight and the vicious cycle of emotional eating. However, as time went on, their support for each other began to waver. In the early seasons, Amy often appeared to take on the role of Tammy's caregiver, helping her with daily activities, encouraging her to lose weight, and offering a hand whenever Tammy hit rock bottom. Tammy, on the other hand, often expressed gratitude toward Amy, but also appeared to feel resentment over being dependent on her younger sister for support. The relationship dynamics, though real and heartfelt, were complicated. By season 7, things began to take a more dramatic turn. Tammy's weight loss journey began to take center stage as she struggled to shed the pounds required for bariatric surgery, while Amy, having already undergone surgery and started a family, seemed to be growing more and more frustrated with her sister's lack of progress. Tensions began to rise. Tammy's refusal to take the necessary steps to lose weight was slowly eroding the strong bond they had built, and by the end of the season, cracks in their relationship were evident to the viewers. As season 8 approached, fans and media alike speculated whether the sisters would finally find a way to heal, or if their differences would permanently tear them apart. 1,000 Pounds Sisters had become more than just a reality show about health. It had become a mirror of their personal lives, exposing the raw, vulnerable emotions of two women trying to change not only their bodies but their relationships. In fact, the show's success largely hinged on the very real conflict between the two sisters. And so, when the season 8 premiere aired in January 2026, it became immediately clear that the Slaton sisters were heading in two very different directions, both physically and emotionally. The first few minutes of the season 8 premiere were enough to leave viewers on edge. Tammy Slaton, who had once expressed gratitude and reliance on her sister, is seen in an emotional conversation telling Amy that she no longer wants to be filmed if Amy is present. "I can't do this anymore," Tammy says, her voice quivering with emotion. "I'm done with this." For longtime fans of 1,000 Pounds Sisters, this was a shocking moment. Tammy had always been the more outspoken of the two, but never before had she been so openly defiant and broken. The line between their personal lives and the cameras had finally been crossed, and the emotional toll was evident. Tammy seemed to have reached her limit, overwhelmed by the pressure of the show, her health struggles, and her strained relationship with her sister. But the shocking moment wasn't just about Tammy's decision to stop filming. It was about the underlying reasons why she felt this way. In multiple interviews, Tammy expressed frustration with Amy's apparent lack of empathy, particularly regarding her emotional struggles. While Amy had gone through her own weight loss journey and become a mother, Tammy felt that Amy was no longer as supportive or understanding as she had been in earlier seasons. "I don't need her to be a mom to me," Tammy said in one particularly tense scene. "I need her to be my sister, but she's acting like she's better than me now. It's not about the weight anymore. It's about the way she treats me." On the flip side, Amy Slaton's emotional turmoil was equally palpable in the premiere. Amy, who had once been the caretaker for her sister, now felt like she was at a breaking point. In multiple scenes, she's shown struggling with Tammy's refusal to engage with her and with the pressure of constantly trying to help her sister. Amy, now a mother of two, revealed that the stress of the show and her family life was beginning to take a toll on her well-being. "I'm just tired," Amy said tearfully in one of the season's most emotional moments. "I can't keep doing this, dealing with the drama and trying to be a good sister, a good mom, and a good wife. It's all too much." In the premiere, Amy opened up about her frustration with her sister's repeated setbacks and lack of progress. "I've done everything I can for her, but it's never enough," Amy admitted. "She's got to help herself now. I can't keep dragging her along." The rift between the two sisters seemed clear. Amy felt betrayed by Tammy's inability to take responsibility for her own actions, while Tammy felt abandoned and unsupported. The once strong bond of sisterhood was now hanging by a thread, with both women seemingly unable to meet each other halfway. In a bold and unprecedented move, Tammy declared that she would leave the show if Amy was required to film with her. "I'm not doing this anymore," Tammy said firmly. "If she's gonna be there, then I'm not. I'm done." This declaration sent shockwaves through the 1,000-pound Sisters fanbase and the production team. For years, the show had been centered around the Slaton sisters' shared journey. But with the possibility that one of them might exit, everything about the future of the show was in question. Industry insiders speculate that this could be the beginning of the end for 1,000-pound Sisters as a joint series. If Tammy follows through with her decision, the production team would likely have to pivot the focus of the show entirely, or risk losing one of its central stars. The show's producers have hinted that they will try to mediate the situation, but the raw emotion displayed by both sisters in the premiere suggests that this may be beyond repair. The central question for fans and media alike is whether the Slaton sisters can reconcile and mend their fractured bond. The upcoming episodes of Season 8 will likely continue to focus on the emotional fallout between the two women. Will they find a way to heal their relationship, or is this the beginning of the end for their sisterhood? Given the intensity of their conflict, many believe that reconciliation may be unlikely, at least for the time being. Tammy's refusal to film if Amy is present suggests a level of hurt that goes beyond the usual reality TV drama. The emotional stakes have never been higher for the sisters, and the future of their relationship may be far from certain. If Tammy follows through with her decision to quit, 1,000-pound Sisters will face a major dilemma. While the show has always been about both sisters' journeys, it's unclear if it could continue successfully with only one of them. Fans have already begun speculating about the possibility of the show shifting its focus to Tammy's solo journey, or if the production team might decide to wrap up the series altogether. As expected, the fanbase of 1,000-pound Sisters has been vocal in its reaction to the Season 8 premiere. While some fans are sympathetic toward Tammy's struggle and the emotional toll the show has taken on her, others feel that Amy has been unfairly vilified. Online forums, social media pages, and fan groups are flooded with discussions about who is in the right and who is to blame for the ongoing feud. Season 8 of 1000 LB Sisters officially premiered on January 6, 2026 on TLC, marking a new chapter as the Slaton sisters navigate radical life change and evolving personal relationships. This latest season is positioned as one of the most emotionally charged in the show's history, focusing not only on health and weight loss, but on how the sisters' bond has changed over time. From the first episodes, producers leaned into the raw reality of sibling conflict, with episodes spotlighting not just physical journeys but deep interpersonal tensions. The 39-year-old 1,000-pound Sisters star has been candidly sharing her life, everything from her mission to shed the pounds to family dramas with her sister, for 7 seasons now, ever since the TLC show debuted back in 2020. The reality TV show saw Tammy take viewers along as she embarked on a 14-month stay in a weight loss rehab facility, followed by bariatric surgery in July 2022. Since then, fans have continued to keep up with her transformation on both TV and on social media, with the latest update seeing her reveal in the Season 8 premiere that she had lost a whopping 560. Tammy proudly told of how she now weighs roughly 180 pounds, compared to how she used to weigh over 700 at her heaviest following her excess skin removal surgery in Season 7. In tonight's 1,000-pound sister recap, Tammy and Amy's big blow-up happened months ago. Only the family thought it would resolve itself by now. The sisters weren't even talking to each other. They stayed at separate tables during Misty's birthday. Amy also left the party early because she got emotional. She felt her family was treating her upcoming wedding as a joke, and rather than voice that, she simply stormed out. That's when the family knew something was truly wrong. Misty and Chris played peacemakers. They went over to Amy's. Amy started doing crafts as a means of not losing her temper. And so they finally were able to get through a conversation. The siblings were in a wrong for what they did at the party. They started hyping up Tammy's possible engagement. They talked about bachelorette parties. They said they couldn't wait to go big for her when all along there was Amy right there, the one that was actually engaged. Tammy wasn't engaged to her girlfriend. She was just asked to move in with her. It was still a big step. The celebration for it could have happened at another time. They were only happy because Tammy never officially lived with her late husband. Caleb was still in the hospital right up until he died. She never got to enjoy a true marriage. Amy was married before as well. She was married to an abuser who treated her like crap. They had 2 kids before they broke up, and now she was marrying someone who she believed was good for her. He helped clean up her house. The bottoms of her feet were the cleanest they've been since 2019, something she was very proud of. Amy has also been a little weepy lately. She's been very soft-hearted, as Chris stated. They were a family of tough love, and Amy now took it as bullying when they never meant that towards her. Amy still hasn't talked to Amanda since the gas incident. Amy passed gas. Her sister jokingly asked her if she crapped herself, and Amy claimed it was bullying and stormed out. So, Amy wasn't always reasonable, while her family weren't always kind about the wedding. They still love each other. They couldn't help it that now communication was breaking down. Chris and Misty asked Amy what she does need to bury the hatchet with Tammy. Amy said she didn't want to be around anyone who'd put her down. She needs support, and she doesn't think Tammy could give it. Amy thought Tammy judges her. She felt Tammy was trying to tell her how to live her life. Really, things changed once Tammy began to lose the weight and Amy started gaining back the weight. The fight that kicked everything off didn't happen on the family group chat. It happened in person because Amy left Tammy at the hospital during Tammy's surgery. Tammy asked her siblings to be there for her. Amy stormed out after the gas thing and Tammy confronted her about it. That's the moment they began feuding. Tammy has admittedly got mouthier since she lost weight. Those were her mother's words on the matter. Tammy gained a mouth and Amy got super sensitive. It was a bad combination. Tammy also felt that Amy was mocking her. Amy did things too. She posted a photo of her child with a diaper on his head to say he matched Tammy after surgery. Tammy felt that was bullying. Thus, they both played a part in the feud. The only thing that could bring these into the same room again were the siblings. They said they were ready to move on from the fight. Tammy went as far to say she missed Amy. They called a truce, and yet not all was forgiven or forgotten. Amy still needed a maid of honor. She chose to ask her new best friend that she's known for a year before she asked any of her sisters. Her friend was so honored that she agreed because she was a good friend. At the end of season 7, Amy Slaton revealed her dream of getting married at the famously haunted Waverly Hills Sanatorium in Louisville, Kentucky. The gothic, Halloween-ready venue felt perfectly on brand for the 38-year-old TLC star's love of spooky fun. The idea of getting married there instantly captured viewers' imaginations. A reality TV wedding inside one of America's most infamous haunted locations? It sounded like something TLC history was made for. But Slaton's siblings wouldn't have it. After Slaton's now husband Brian Levorn proposed in a walk-through haunted house, her siblings became adamant about not attending her wedding if she were to bring her dreams to life and get married at a haunted location. 1,000 pounds sisters fans haven't stopped wishing Slaton's dreams came true, though. Does anyone else feel sad we're not getting the Halloween Waverly Hills Sanatorium wedding of Amy's dreams? Said one fan on Reddit. TLC could have paid one of the other wedding parties out. It would have been a show for the ages. Other Reddit users echoed the sentiment, saying Slaton missed out on happiness and the wedding of her dreams. Another suggested Slaton could have waited a year to try and make it happen. Ultimately, Slaton did tie the knot in a much more low-key way, and her family was there to celebrate the big day, despite the contention surrounding the event that has already started playing out in Season 8 of 1,000 Pound Sisters. Her wedding took place on Halloween at the historic and reportedly haunted Talbot Tavern in Bardstown, Kentucky. In the new episode, after her life-altering skin removal surgery, Tammy is ready to find her calling and starts her first day as an animal shelter volunteer. Amy makes a big decision for the wedding, and Chris tries to orchestrate peace between Tammy and Amy. The streaming platform offers a vast array of content, including the best of live and on-demand streaming, with over 75 live TV. DirecTV, watch live TV from major broadcast and popular cable networks. Enjoy local and national live sports, breaking news, and must-see shows the moment they air. Unlimited cloud DVR-S enclauditage space, so you can record as many shows as you want and stream them from. The newest episode of Season 8 of 1,000 Pound Sisters will be called Not Tonight, Satan, and in it, Tammy will begin working at an animal shelter as a volunteer. She feels this is her calling. Amy will also make a big decision about her wedding. The easiest, most direct way to watch 1000-Pound Sisters and other TLC content is probably to take the quick, easy Philo sign-up. Philo is simple, has a sleek, skip-to-content. TLC's 1000-Pound Sisters has chronicled the weight loss journeys of sisters Amy Slaton and Tammy Slaton. However, over the course of 8 seasons, viewers have also witnessed their siblings navigating their own paths to health and transformation. In the January 13th episode, Brittany Combs, wife of Chris Combs, takes center stage as she hits a major health milestone, receiving the doctor's approval for weight loss surgery. The Slaton family is hitting major milestones in their weight loss journeys. After undergoing weight loss surgery, Tammy Slaton received approval for skin removal surgery last season and has since lost over 500 pounds, emerging healthier and nearly unrecognizable. Now, another family member appears to be on the path to surgery as well. In the latest Season 8 episode of 1000-Pound Sisters, Chris Combs, the older brother of Tammy and Amy Slaton, is taking his wife, Brittany Combs, to see Dr. Eric Smith, hoping that she gets approved for weight loss surgery. In a confessional, Brittany shares why she needs to get the surgery. "I need weight loss surgery because I have type 2 diabetes, and it's not getting any better." Watching the results that Chris got from his surgery, not having to be on diabetic medicine anymore, has made me want to be on the same journey. I really like his results. He's much cuter, but he's always been cute to me. At the doctor's, Brittany learns her A1C, which is her blood sugar, is under 10, which allows her to get the surgery. Chris tells his wife, "I'm proud of you. It took me 2 years to do that." When Dr. Smith asked Brittany how she was able to get her numbers low, she shared that she cut off sodas cold turkey. However, that hasn't been easy on Chris, as they joke. "When I gave sodas up, according to my husband, I was very irritable, hard to live with Chris replying, "That's saying it mildly." Near the end of the episode, the Combs head to the hospital for Brittany's surgery, and it was a success. Although she jokingly admitted she was upset she'd have to be on a liquid diet for some time. In the same episode, Tammy reaches another milestone. She gets her very first job. After reaching her goal weight, she's now able to do everyday things, including lifting and... Tammy Slaton from 1000 Sisters revealed her work life in the new season. She landed a job, which she called her first real job, that she would love to experience. She is ready for her next win after weight loss became her ultimate milestone. The TLC star wants to conquer all the fears and roadblocks now to show what Queen Tammy can do. Dublin. After losing 560 pounds, Tammy is beyond ecstatic about the changes she has made throughout the process. She said she couldn't recognize herself post-skin removal surgery. Her bat skin no longer exists to bother her. She couldn't help but gush over her new appearance, which was heavily complimented by her family and fans. Tammy visited Darlene after a long time, as she was recovering from her January surgery. The 1000-Pound Sisters Season 8 brought her mom happiness when she saw her daughter step out of the car with a slimmer figure. She immediately changed her tubby nickname to Skinny Minnie because Tammy truly stands by that. Darlene told Tammy that she has lost so much weight that it's truly unbelievable to her. The latter shared her current weight as 185 pounds and size 12. Her mom then couldn't recall when she had last seen her daughter that little. Since Tammy was in 6th or 7th grade, her mom has watched her grow day by day, but today she is proud. Fans always cheer for her, but her mom becoming a cheerleader for her is worth the time she spent losing weight. Tammy is doing all right after a huge weight loss made her independent, as seen on 1000-Pound Sisters Season 8. She scored big with a job in Kentucky. She started a volunteer job at a nearby animal welfare center, Vanderburg Humane Society. The inability to work or even walk on her own was painful, but her dramatic transformation made things better. Tammy told TLC producers that a couple of days ago, she was informed that she had been hired to volunteer at the animal shelter. She asserted, "I'm really nervous because it's my first real job. I'm also really happy. I'm adulting. That's what it is," she added. Although she held moments of joy in her heart, she wanted to share the big milestone with Amy. But Tammy couldn't bring Amy with her since they aren't on good terms. She wanted her to work alongside her. Regardless, she regarded working with animals as exciting. She loves animals, so she is willing to experience what her job has in store for her. Before she was trained for the day, the reality star got a green Shelter Squad t-shirt from a staff. Wearing this shirt made Tammy more overwhelmed. What's coming for her also excited her fans. She admitted none of her family had volunteer cred in their names like hers. She burst into laughter in no time as she stated, only place they would volunteer is an eating contest. But fans know Chris is great at marathons, unlike other siblings. 4 more 1,000-pound sisters updates follow. I see that 700-pound person. In a clip shared by Us Weekly, Amy gets emotional as she asks Lily if she will be her maid of honor. While Lily accepts the honor, she does question why she was chosen instead of Tammy. Amy was part of Tammy's bridal party when Tammy married Caleb Willingham in 2022. I know the whole family and there's a lot of things going on right now, Lily told the cameras. I understand it's a sensitive subject for Amy, so as maid of honor, I'm just going to try to keep the peace. As the show's viewers know, Tammy and Amy had a falling out last season and have continued to feud since then. During last week's season premiere, Amy told viewers that she's better off not talking to Tammy. Amy insinuated that Tammy does not allow her to express her opinions the way Lily does. She also acknowledged that her sister will be mad that she isn't going to be in the bridal party. The Slaton sisters' feud has continued to escalate. During last week's episode, Amy stated that she was particularly angry that her sister called her a drag queen on social media and bossed her around. Tammy defended her actions and insisted that she was simply giving Amy advice and not bullying her as Amy claimed. I tried to tell her how I felt that she abandoned me, and she just flipped it and said I was bullying her and all this stuff, Tammy told viewers. I don't know why she thinks all of us are bullying her. Do we tease each other? Yes. Do we give her advice? Yes. Does she listen? Not really. I can only handle so much of her whining and talking about nobody loves her or supports her. I'm your biggest supporter. I've been there since day one. As the Ashley previously reported, Amy's wedding to Brian Levorn took place at a haunted tavern in Kentucky and was filmed for the show. In addition to Lily, Amy chose her sister-in-law Brittany Combs and sister Amanda Halterman to be bridesmaids. While the bridesmaids wore long blue dresses, Tammy was photographed off to the side, wearing a sweater and jeans. In the trailer for the current season, it's revealed that Tammy called Amy a deadbeat mom, while Amy called Tammy toxic, among other things. Despite Tammy and Amy's siblings' efforts to get the girls to make peace, it appears that things weren't smoothed over by Amy's Halloween wedding. Amy is jealous of the attention Tammy is getting since she lost weight. Amy wants to eat what she wants, never exercise, sit on the couch and somehow miraculously lose weight with zero effort. Doesn't work like that. Tammy and Amy Slaton are not getting along these days, and the former Sodi-loving BFFs will reveal just how bad their feud has become in the upcoming new season of 1,000-Pound Sisters. In the upcoming season of 1,000-Pound Sisters, viewers will follow along as Tammy Slaton continues to embrace her new reality after losing 500 pounds, all while squabbling with her sister Amy. After hitting her milestone 500 pounds weight loss, Tammy Slaton landed her first job. The TLC star shared her exciting news with people in a never-before-seen clip from the upcoming Season 8 episode of 1,000-Pound Sisters, detailing her well-deserved excitement. A few days ago I got the call. I'm officially hired as a volunteer, she said of her new role at her local animal shelter, Vanderburg Humane Society. I'm so excited. I get to go to the animal shelter and volunteer. Slaton also shared a clip on her Instagram of her walking into the animal shelter. She later said in a confessional that despite being scared, she thought it was good for me to get outside of my comfort zone. After being unable to work for many years due to her excessive weight, Slaton admitted in the unseen clip that she was hesitant about the new experience. I'm really nervous because it's my first real job. I'm also really happy, she shared. I'm adulting. That's what it is. Slaton announced her 500 pounds weight loss in August 2024 on her TikTok after undergoing bariatric surgery in 2022. The 39-year-old shared on the TLC show that at her heaviest, she weighed over 700 pounds. She initially started filming while weighing 608 pounds, but her struggle with food addiction caused her weight to increase. Although she's eager to live life to the fullest, Slaton shared in the exclusive clip that she wishes her sister, Amy, was joining her in her career goals. Working with animals, it's exciting. And I think something like this could help Amy in many ways. But Amy and I still aren't talking, so she isn't willing to experience this with me, she confessed, referring to their ongoing tension, which could be seen in season 7. But I know she loves animals, well, other than camels, she joked, referring to when Amy was bitten by a camel at the Tennessee Safari Park Zoo in 2024. By roasting her family for not having the same work ethic that she has. I got something my family don't have. Volunteer cred. Only place they would volunteer is an eating contest, she said before erupting with laughter. Although Slaton is well on her way to good health, she hit a devastating turning point in 2021 during season 3 when doctors placed her in a medically induced coma after her lungs struggled to function. With the help of a ventilator, Slaton was released from the hospital 3 weeks later and began to take her eating habits more seriously. The next year, while filming season 4, she committed herself to a weight loss facility and lost 180 pounds. Happier than ever before, Slaton is ready to embrace all the things she was previously unable to do. To see how her new job and life unfold, fans can watch season 8 of TLC's 1,000-Pound Sisters every Tuesday at September 8th. The 1,000-Pound Sisters star, 39, was unable to work for years before her dramatic health transformation, but has now started a role at her local animal shelter, Vanderburg Humane Society. Episode of the hit series, Tammy reacts to the news that she has landed the job after a successful interview. I'm so excited. I get to go to the animal shelter and volunteer. I'm really nervous because it's my first real job. Despite the exciting development, the news is bittersweet for Tammy, who wishes her sister Amy Slaton was experiencing it alongside her. Though they began their weight loss journeys together, tensions between Tammy and Amy reached a boiling point in last year's season 7 of the show. Working with animals, it's exciting, and I think something like this could help Amy in many ways. But Amy and I still aren't talking, so she isn't willing to experience this with me. In the upcoming episode, Tammy also meets her mother Darlene Rednor for the first time since she had skin removal surgery in January 2025. The 1,000-Pound Sisters star, 39, was unable to work for years before her dramatic health transformation, but has now started a role at her local animal shelter, Vanderburg Humane Society. In a promo for an upcoming episode of the hit series, Tammy reacts to the news that she has landed the job after a successful interview. Despite the exciting development, the news is bittersweet for Tammy, who wishes her sister Amy Slaton was experiencing it alongside her. Though they began their weight loss journeys together, tensions between Tammy and Amy reached a boiling point in last year's season 7 of the show. Working with animals, it's exciting, and I think something like this could help Amy in many ways. But Amy and I still aren't talking, so she isn't willing to experience this with me. Tammy Slaton's mother Darlene Rednor is shocked by her daughter's incredible new look on 1,000-Pound Sisters. Tammy and sister Amy became household names when 1,000-Pound Sisters premiered in 2020. At the start of their journey, the sisters had a combined total weight of a little over 1,000 pounds, 454 kilograms. Over 5 years, viewers have been along for the ride as the sisters battled to change their lives and have witnessed marriages, births, divorces, and deaths. Tammy has left fans in awe as she kicked some major weight loss goals. She has also made her relationship with fiance Andrea public. In 2025, she confirmed they were engaged after almost 3 years of dating. Amy announced her engagement to Brian Scott Levorn in May 2025, and the pair married in a special Halloween ceremony that same year. Amy's wedding and her family's complicated feelings about it will certainly feature in season 8 of the show. Stay tuned. Season 8 of TLC's 1,000-Pound Sisters is underway, but things are off to a rocky start between sisters Amy and Tammy Slaton. In the premiere episode, Amy revealed that she had not spoken to Tammy for over 2 months. Despite the lingering tension between them, the season highlights major life updates for both women. Amy is preparing for her upcoming wedding to her fiancé, Brian Levorn. Meanwhile, Tammy, who had an incredible weight loss journey, is moving forward with her girlfriend and seeking new career opportunities. In the January 13th episode of 1,000-Pound Sisters, Amy Slaton keeps busy preparing for her upcoming wedding to Brian Levorn. The couple has chosen Halloween for their big day and even planned to say their idos at a haunted venue, which has sparked some lively family conversations in the previous season. Us Weekly obtained a sneak peek of the new episode as Amy and her close friend, Alicia Davis, Lily, go flower shopping. In the clip, Amy hands Lily flowers and asks her to be her maid of honor, to which she gladly accepts. "You know I will. I'll do anything for you. I love you." "I am honored," Lily tells Amy as both women tear up. "I'm going to be here for you. Every step, everything and anything you want." In a confessional, Lily shares how delighted she is to be standing by Amy's side, but she also acknowledges the ongoing tension between Amy and her family. "Most of the time, somebody's wanting somebody really close to them, a sister or auntie or something, but she asked me, and I feel honored," she says. "I do know the whole family. There are a lot of things going on right now. I understand it's a sensitive subject for her, so as maid of honor, I'm just going to try to help them keep the peace." In the same episode, Amy opens up about her decision not to choose Tammy as her maid of honor, explaining that she wanted someone who actually lets me talk and express myself. "I'm sure Tammy's going to be pissed by not being my maid of honor, but I don't give a expletive. Yeah, we have one good outing. Whoop de whoop. At the end of the day, this is my wedding. Why does it got to be Tammy? Tammy, Tammy, Tammy. This ain't about Tammy," she added. In the Season 8 trailer, Amy sits down with her family to tell them that not only has she found her haunted wedding venue, but that Lily is the maid of honor. As the camera pans to the siblings, they appear shocked. In a confessional, Tammy shares, "I'm the one who's been there, and she's doing this to me." Most of the time, somebody's wanting somebody really close to them, a sister or auntie or something, but she asked me, and I feel honored, she shares in a confessional interview. "I do know the whole family. There are a lot of things going on right now. I understand